Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And today we're going to make a washcloth. And so we are learning a new stitch. And this is called in Tunisian crochet. Well, this will be half double crochets in Tunisian. So the base and everything is done differently. And I just want to show you. I have chained 20. So here we go. We are going to wrap the hook before we go in each chain. So we're going to wrap the hook, and then you're going to go in that second chain from the hook. And I'm using back bumps again. I always do. And now you have 3 loops on your hook, right? Wrap your hook and go into the next chain. So you are going to have double loops on your hook because we're wrapping our hook before we go into the chains. And this one's giving me a hard time. Now get in there. All right. That means that you are actually going in 19 chains because we're skipped that first chain on the hook, and we have the 1 loop for that chain, right? So 19 times 2 is 38. Yes, plus the 1, and you should have 39 loops on your hook by the time you're done with this. So, you know, you're going to need a long hook, which is why I'm using it, because when you do half double crochets, and through my channel that how much I love half double crochets, and I do a lot of the half double crochets, but in Tunisian crochet, the half double crochets are so beautiful. I love them. So anyway, wait till you see this. I was so excited to learn this new stitch. And we have a baby blanket coming your way this the month of May. So we are getting ready for the month of May. And so we're going to learn this stitch this week, because this Friday of this week we are going to be doing our calendar blanket with this stitch. So that is the reason why I'm teaching you this stitch today and not waiting until May, of course. So anyway, so yeah, just remember you have to wrap your hook once before you go into those chains. And we should have 39. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yes, there we go, 39. Now, to come back, we need to go through the first loop as a chain. We're only going to go through 1 as usual, and then we're going to go through 3 after that. So we're not going through 2, we're going to go through 3 until we end up with 1 loop on our hook. And the best thing about half double crochet too is it does not curl. And that's another reason why I love it. And I probably be using a lot of this stitch in my work. as I go when I use how, because I really love this stitch. That's a reason why I like the purl stitch as well, because it does not. There we go. So there it is. It doesn't curl, and that's what I love about it. Now, for our second row, and this row will be a repeat row for every row. Okay, we're going to still, we got to wrap our hook. There, we have 2 stitches together right here. We're skipping those 2, these 2 at the beginning. We're going to the next 2 stitches, and we're going to go through both of them stitches and bring up a loop. Now I wrap my hook first, wrap, go through the next 2 stitches and bring up a loop. Wrap, go through the next 2, bring up a loop. So you're always going to wrap your hook once. You will always have 39 loops on your hook by the end of each row. So you want to make sure that you have those 39, or it is not going to come out right. All right, come on. Nope. You gotta wrap it this way. I keep thinking, I keep trying to do this like I want to do a purl. And you gotta wrap it that way. Okay, so when we get to the end here, we have 2 more stitches right there at the end. And then we are also going to wrap our hook before we go to these 2 stitches at the end and do our end stitch. So don't, and I do that all the time. I forget to wrap my hook before I go through that. So you need to remember to wrap your hook before you do that end stitch. That way you'll have your 39 stitches too. So, and it's the same. We go through 1 first, then we're going to go through 3 all the way through. I just want to show you this stitch because I just love it. Let me get these through. And just look at that stitch. That is such a beautiful stitch. Anyway, so we're going to repeat that row until your washcloth is as long as you want. So like I said, I always measure this, and whatever it is, if it's 7 inches, then I'm going to keep going until it's 7 inches long, because I always like a complete square. And then I'm going to finish off my washcloth, and then we will be back to do the border on this washcloth. And I'll see you then. Okay, so there is 7 inches by 7 inches, and that is just so beautiful. I love this. That is so beautiful. Anyway, now what we're going to do is we're going to do a border, but first of all, we got to bind this off. At any time you bind off a stitch, you're going to bind off with the exact same stitch. So we are going to wrap our hook and go through two, and then come through those two, and then you're going to go through all three. Okay, so wrap our hook. So what we're doing is we're half double crocheting across here is what we're doing. And we're going to do that with each stitch. All the way across. We have these last two right here to go through. Alright, now we're at the end, and where we went through to finish off our stitches, these two stitches right here, we're just going to put 3 half double crochets in there. And let me see. That's 5. There's 6. Alright, let me switch out these hooks because it's so much more comfortable when you're doing stitch by stitch to use these hooks. So we're going to half double crochet in every stitch down the side here. And you're just going to go all the way around it like this, making sure on the corners that you put 3 half double crochets. And I'll meet you at the end of this round. Okay, so I've changed colors, and then the second row of this border is we're just going to single crochet in the third stitch, which in half double crochets we have the front loop, the back loop, and the third stitch, which is in the back of the half double crochet. So you just grab that and just put single crochets in there. And that causes this little neat little ridge, which is a little bit decorative. I like it. I like doing that. And as you guys well know, if you watch me any amount of time, you know that I use this border all the time this year. All right, so when we get to the corner in the third loop, we're going to put 3 single crochets in that corner, third loop. Okay, and then you're just going to continue around and finish off the border. So once this is done all the way around, your washcloth is done and finished. So anyway, that's pretty much what it'll look like. Um, so I hope you guys had a lot of fun learning this new stitch with me. Um, and I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye now.